You realize you've just entered the greatest chapter in the history of forensic medicine. You're Dr. Watson.
Yes, I am. What works?
Foolproof test for hemoglobin. You realize what this means, of course.
No, I don't. You must be Sherlock Holmes.
It will create a revolution in criminal investigation. Yes, I'm Holmes. Did you know, I'm delighted to meet you, Watson. I think you'll like the flat. It's in Baker Street, by the way. Oh, we could pop around this afternoon and have a look at it if you care.
Yes. Oh, yes, rather. I'd like that.
Good. Did you mind if I play the violin?
No, go right ahead.
No, I don't mean now. I mean when we're sharing the flat.
Oh, no, of course not. I like a bit of good music.
Oh, good. I'm not very good.
Oh.
Your eyes tell me that you've recently been ill. I'd say some sort of tropical fever. You use your left arm stiffly as though you'd sustained a wound.
Now, really, my dear Holmes, you mean to tell me you didn't know that the Earth moved round the sun?
Really?
But every school child knows that.
Well, now I know it, too. And I shall promptly proceed to forget it. Then it's useless information, and I shall do my best to forget it. I advise you to do the same.
At times, I thought the man was joking and simply having a bit of fun at my expense. But I soon learned that he was in dead earnest.
Now, look here, Holmes. You're trying to start something, and I just won't stand for it. That girl's a jailbird, and she's guilty, and she's going to hang. And that's the end of the case.
I see Inspector Lestrade is up to his usual mental gymnastics, trying to hammer square pegs into round holes.
Well, it's been a great pleasure meeting you, Inspector.
I warn you to keep away from that man, Holmes, or you'll be insane in less than a week.
You can't do that.
What?
Well, you can't break into the house.
Why not?
It's against the law, that's why not.
Where'd you get the key? The key's a burglar's too.
A burglar's too?
The street clear? As far as his mother was concerned, she would never have consented to his new bride anyway. Well, what do we do now?
What's going on here? Who fired that shot?
We will sit with the good inspector, and with the aid of our evidence, a bit of logic, and a few simple diagrams, we will endeavor to convince him that night follows day, and that 1 and 1 inevitably makes 2.
Well,
Now, Inspector, calm yourself, Come, sit down. Now, there's a good fellow. Sit right here. Now, you see, we have a great deal to talk about. Oh, don't be so narrow-minded, Watson. Come on, get in.
Housekeeping was not. He was, without a doubt, the most perfect reasoning, observing machine I had ever encountered. And just watching him think had become sheer fascination.
he made a mistake. He's brought it to the wrong address.
You know, without very much difficulty, I think I might be able to...
Holmes, please, not again.
You good fellow, and keep a good lookout.
You coming? Look here, Holmes, a doctor doesn't do this sort of thing. I'm sure it's unethical. You can't expect me to... Holmes!
Are you ruling out the robbery motive? Trevor was left without a shilling.
Oh, that's just some sort of a smokescreen. After all, she... Good heavens, Holmes, what do you think you're doing? Look, snake poison.
Oh, don't be silly, Watson. It's China tea. Disregard the labels. I ran out of tin.
Here, are you sure?
Yes, I'll stake my reputation on it. There's a 6:10 train leaving in the morning.
6-8. Why Brighton?
It is tea, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was. Smells very good.
If I have one speciality, it's divinity fudge. You'll find it heavenly.
Come in. Excuse me, Mr. Holmes.
Yes?
A message for you, sir. There's been a murder committed at the home of Lord Beryl. Inspector Lestrade and Dr. Watson have already gone there.
Thank you. Would you care to have some tea?
Some tea, sir?
Yes. Sugar?
Thank you, sir.
Now, where did I put that sugar? That's it, yes, sir.
Now, that's very interesting, sir.
Yes, it is, isn't it? What's all this over here, sir? Oh, that? Oh, those are some tropical leaves. They were sent to me by a friend of mine who hunts in that part of the country.
Putting in now, sir?
Well, it's a form of acid dye. Yeah. That's all right. Oh, where have you two been all the afternoon?
Didn't the sergeant tell you?
Oh, yes, I remember. It was a murder somewhere. Was it interesting?
Then somebody else is guilty.
Brilliant.
We've got to get back to the premises and re-examine them for clues. You come with us, Holmes. This nonsense can wait.
Nonsense?
Nonsense.
Nonsense? Did you say nonsense? I'll have you know, Inspector Lestrade, that if the law enforcement agencies of this country were a little, an infinitesimal amount more advanced than ancient Neolithic man, I would not have to be doing the basic research work that will in time benefit police bureaus throughout the earth.
You may have a point, Mr. Holmes.
A point. The only point is human, of which there is a paucity in the halls of our defense of the public.
So do you really think so?
I certainly do think so. And I'll tell you a few other things, Inspector.
Little things that make the difference between success and disaster. One must never forget that the difference between... Good heavens.
What is it, Holmes?
I left the gas on under the experiment. All Baker Street will be blown up.
Holmes, I turned it off. Stay. Hold that. Holmes.
What's the purpose of that?
How many men have you on the premises, Lestrade?
2 outside. Why?
Oh, good. I wonder if you'd mind taking them into the garden behind this window and making a thorough search of the premises for a radius of 30 feet.
Looking for what?
Anything that doesn't belong in a garden.
Are you serious, Holmes?
Completely. Let's got him out of our way. Oh, come in, Watson. Oh, don't be alarmed, old chap. I don't think this contraption has been fired for centuries.
You could hardly expect me to know that from here, Holmes.
Seems it's working after all.
Dr. Watson summarized the legend for me on the way down, but quite frankly, Mr. Holmes, I would say we're opposed to a devilish mind here.
Holmes, really? I don't know. What on earth do you think you're doing?
Bilberilla Bramble, Bilger's Bay, Bimming Merry Magna, Binster, Binge, Great Binge and Lesser Binge.
The moat is 40 feet wide.
40 feet wide? Well, well. Good Lord. Fishing seems a safe business by comparison. Do you row a boat?
A boat? For fly fishing? Have you ever fished before?
Does this look like the equipment of an amateur?
Odd word.
Which?
Equipment. All the fishermen I've ever known talk about their tackle. What do you deduce from that, Holmes?
Obvious. Your fishing friends either lack experience or vocabulary. We deep-sea fishermen are in the equipment class. None of your nasty little bundles.
Yes, that gaff is far more suitable for a shark than a trout.
Do you really think so? No good for trout?
Well, it depends what trout you're after.
Oh. Oh, yes. Yeah.
A tape measure? What on earth for?
To measure our catch, of course. To measure our catch. And throw back the little ones. A good rule in life, Watson. Always remember to throw back the little ones.
You think our prey will count as a big one or a little one?
Well, hardly as big as Squire Douglas, lying dead in his castle, surrounded by his moat.
Holmes, you've been analyzing this case.
Well, you know, I haven't got enough data yet for analysis, really.
Do you think it could be an accident?
What, with a sawn-off shotgun? And the triggers of both barrels wired together?
Murder, eh?
Yes, possibly.
Mr. Sherlock.
The fisherman.
Hold on! Oh, come on! Blimey! No,
In there, boy. It's only a little one. Would you like it, Watson? Oh, tell me, Watson, how are we off for trains?
Trains? Ah, yes. Now, let me see. Bolston. Yes, now, that would be the West Sussex Littlehampton Bognor line. Now, there's a 10:15. Now, that doesn't stop. Of course, it's a 12:3. That will get us in at 4:2 or 4:7.
Blimey! Does it keep all the times in his head?
Where else, of course? We are a nation of railway pioneers, my boy. Like a great many Englishmen before him, Dr. Watson restricts his reading to the Bible, the Times, and Bradshaw's Railway Guide to the British Isles. I say, Watson, have you seen my weekend bag anywhere?
I suspect it's under the stairs. Mrs. Hudson got very tired of seeing it lying about.
Oh, good. Well, that means it hasn't been unpacked anyway.
Find the dumbbell.
Hang the dumbbell!
You can't hang him until you find him.
Who?
The man who took the dumbbell.
I think you've made him very angry.
Then he should fish. It soothes the nerves.
Are you really going to fish?
I am.
Where?
Out of that window. It looks very comfortable.
Holmes, you're up to something.
I am. What? Would you like to help?
Of course.
Have you seen Mr. Holmes?
I certainly have, sir.
What's wrong?
You know the staircase in that room? Huh? Mr. Holmes was sliding down them banisters.
He was what?
That's right, sir. Sliding down the banisters he was.
Gentlemen.
Go on. Ask him.
Ask me what? Well?
What have you been doing while we were away?
Well, first I fished,
No.
and then I slid down the banisters.
I told you.
Why?
Why not?
Holmes, I told you. I knew you'd gone too far. Now you have shot somebody.
Well, if I have, I shall have to certainly correct those guns for drift. That's fantastic. He seems to have some breath in him still.
Badly, please. I'm a poor man. I can't afford a hospital.
No. You'll be all right in a minute. It is a considerable sum, isn't it?
The case as I see it breaks down into two whys. I think I know the first why, but the second why eludes me.
Well, which is the why you know and which is the why you don't know?
Well, why was the League formed? Now, that's obvious. To keep Wilson out of the shop for a certain number of hours a day. But why is the why that I want to know? Bigger than any of us might imagine.
Now, you're not going to start shooting again, Holmes.
No, but I get to take this with us.
Us?
Yes, you're interested in the case, aren't you?
I'm a doctor, Holmes.
Well, all the better if someone should get hurt.
This started out to be such a peaceful morning, and an old friend of mine was coming from India, and we were going to spend the day together. And now look what you've talked us into, the red-headed leak.
Yes, exciting, isn't it?
Take it very kindly if you could, clear out of here for a week or so. Take a room at a hotel.
Oh, why?
Well, I've some research work to do on blood types, and I think I'd get through it much more quickly on my own. I'll foot the bill, of course.
Nonsense.
All the same, I wish you'd go.
Nonsense.
I insist, Watson. There's no reason at all why you should risk your life.
Look here, old man. Your danger is quite enough for me. Now, not another word, eh? I'll, make some tea. Nice hot cup of tea. Wonderful for the intuition.